let's get to the technology council where there's a lot of action. So we started off with the auto perks feature, implemented one way to refresh your memory. The idea here is that there is a vault of tokens for perks, and every time there is a successful rebase based on the transaction goal being met, the vested perks are automatically moved into a pool that's becoming available for everyone to claim. We wanted to make this a built-in feature of the protocol, and we had tried it one way, and it was not working quite the way we wanted it to. There was some performance implications and also potentially some potential for bugs. And so we tried a more efficient approach, and that's actually working quite well using block headers. So I'm going to show you a screenshot of that in just a moment. We are now working on the efficiency of what are called pre-compiled smart contracts. So you've heard of smart contracts. Anyone can deploy a smart contract to the blockchain, but there's also this type of smart contract called a pre-compiled one, and that one is actually not written in Solidity, which is the normal language. It's written in Go, and it's built in right into the protocol. So we want our asset base and creator base, the two main pillars of this protocol, to be built in as precompiled smart contracts. So looks like it's working well so far in our tests. One of the reasons we want to do that is because with a precompiled smart contract, we can make an arbitrary gas value. So what we want is for these, there's already going to be fees that creators pay. So in addition, they would have to pay gas. And what we want to do is not have that scenario. We want to make it where they just pay the fee, but there is no gas. And so with a precompiled smart contract, we have the ability to have gasless transactions, which makes them very, very attractive for special use cases. And that's what we're going to do. There's a tremendous amount of attention being paid to the booster dApp and smart contract, because that is absolutely our core focus for the mainnet RC1. That's the main app that goes on there. And we just added some new requirements to the scope at the nth hour here, but you are going to like those new requirements. So I will talk about them later in the presentation today. We've been working with the uSign team in Brazil on the Vitru Studio MVP requirements, and I'm going to show you what we've arrived at momentarily. The faucet is currently active at faucet.vitruvio.xyz. Just bear in mind that currently the testnet is still running the super rapid rebasing version. And so there's going to be like a lot of tokens there, and you will see rebasing at a crazy pace on your tokens. So just be aware of that if you intend to use it. Also, in the next 2 to 3 days, it's going to be reset. So don't be concerned if your balance goes to zero. On the testnet, just keep in mind that it's highly unpredictable when we do a deploy and when your balance goes to zero. So these are controlled things we are doing, and we'll continue to do them. All right, let's look at some screenshots on these things. So what I'm showing you here is an output for a block. So I know it's a lot of gobbledygook to most people, but I've highlighted the parts that matter. What we've done is modify the standard block that comes out of the box with Ethereum, and we've added all the capabilities, fields that are necessary for rebasing and perks. And you can see here that there's things like epochs, perks, RBX. RBX is basically our internal sort of abbreviation we use for rebase. The reason for that is because if there's any scenario in which the core code, some point has the word rebase appear anywhere, we won't have a hard time finding our code changes. The RBX is a unique sort of abbreviation to it. But you see there in the middle yellow box, there's a perks field. So we've added perks to the header also. And this is an efficient approach that works really well for us. So we can know that based upon the rebase being achieved, that there are perks due, and those are then carried forward. We also uniquely have a supply per block because we are rebasing, and we wanted a mechanism by which anyone, an exchange, a developer, anyone can figure out what the current supply is. And on the right there, I put a little call out box of the code to show you how sort of if you're a developer, you can see that we have a bunch of constants there, and we're working through the perks code, but it is working now, so we are glad about that.